person, completely free, as you can hear from the tunes that the band has been playing so beautifully. He was creatively insubordinate. And an example of this is those of you who have seen either pictures of him or have been close to him physically, you will have noticed that these two joints, the upper joints of this little finger and the ring finger were missing, and they got cut off in a childhood go-kart accident. He was riding a go-kart, and there used to be the kind of young gangsters, sort of cheap gangsters in the township. He grew up in Lamontville Township in KwaZulu-Natal, not far from, on the outskirts of Durban. Was someone ululating there? Is that you, Demi? Yeah. Beki's great niece, Demi. Yeah, one more time, let's hear you. And also in the audience with us tonight, I saw her a few minutes ago. If she can stand up, is Beki's youngest daughter, Maria. Where are you, Maria? Where is she? Oh, there you are at the back there. Lovely. So there was a terrible accident where there was a sort of make-believe young gangster in the township who used to collect protection fee, and his protection fee was a peanut butter and jam sandwich. And he'd be the guy who would stand at the bottom of the slope where the go-karts that had no brakes came down. And Bheki was so ungovernable, he had no respect for anyone who wanted to control him, that he did not pay with the sandwich. On one particular day, the guy lied and told him it was cool to come down, when in fact there was traffic. And the go-kart that had wheelbarrow metal wheels, Bheki had to turn it suddenly and lost his fingers. Anyway, when I was forced to come into exile, I brought Bheki along because we were very close, as I said. And there's a lovely story that involves Reg Hendrickse, who's one of the guys that looked after Bheki close until his death, and Gareth Lockrane here. I went to the station in London to pick Gareth up to bring him to Henry Wood Hall, where the London Philharmonic Orchestra and other orchestras practice and store their equipment. And I used to be a player trainer with that orchestra. And there were Steinway grand pianos. And the man who ran the place allowed us to go into the space for Bheki to get access to a Steinway grand and practice, because he hadn't touched a proper piano in years because of the terrible music industry, the whole jet scene in South Africa. They ignored Bheki and treated him badly until I took him out again after having taken him back to South Africa. On that day, Reg arranged for me to pick up Gareth from the station and take him to Bheki. And they jammed and played and talked. And at one point, Bheki asked Gareth, "So tell me, Gareth, which of my tunes have you been playing recently? Which one would you like us to do?" And then he said, "Timelessness," which you heard how they played it earlier. And Bheki says, "Oh, I haven't played it in a while, but yeah." And he started on the piano, and they played like men possessed. And they were launched into space as if they went to challenge the sun for its sharpness and brightness. That's how phenomenal they played it. So I would just like to read a poem, if I may, that I wrote dedicated to Bheki. Pardon me, I'll just find it. Thank you. In memoriam, Bheki Mseleku. My hands are alive. My best friend's hands stopped breathing yesterday. His piano waited and waited throbbing with the pulse of music, dying to come out dancing like flames of eternal freedom. My hands are alive, pulsating with the syncopated ebony blood flow of deepest memories. Long before the ivory towers surrendered to the vermilion sun burning within the embers of African melody. My hands are alive. This morning they caressed the skin of a sacrificial bull, and the harmonics of its cries ascended to join the singing stars. For we are people of the heavens. Our perspiration is the rain, our open hands mirror the cosmos. We are the weather, we graze on the plains of the first dance. We are the morning to cradle the star that guides the herd to where the sweetest water waits. Strangers ennobled by your grace, hold hands and stroll through the bountiful garden of our birth, their naked desire perfumed with the scent of our trampled fruits, while we let slip through our limp fingers the national treasure of our gift. Brother of mine, let me be your humble shadow. Let me touch you so that together we can feel our way to the river. My hands are alive. Hold me and lead me to the lying walls that have become bridges to a world where pain is music. Your hands are alive too. I feel them against my heart like the wings of a bird of paradise. Thank you.